I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. And our coverage tonight will be coming to you from Detroit, where the
Downtown Detroit shining brightly tonight. What a look at the Motor City from just across the river. And let's go.
Well, guys, with the way he...
David, thank you for the update. AI very popular among the voters early.
And there's no guarantee he'll land a spot on the roster, but you can't deny his popularity with the voters. That does go a long way.
And Steve, tonight, a lot of players who are very, very explosive. It could basically be one long highlight reel tonight.
It is. We have some guys that you get a chance to jump out of your seat and scream when you see guys get dunks, the quickness off the dribble. I mean, I'm impressed, Kevin, to watch the athleticism to go along with the skill set.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the floor for Boston. Irving at point with Brown to his side. They're the backcourt. Big Daddy is out there with Horford, and it's Tatum in at the small forward position. Down low, Jackson. Griffin dishes to Jackson. Some solid defense there from Irving. And here's Boston. Horford the pass to Cage. Celtics passing it around. From past the arc. Tatum's shot is off. For Detroit, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Here's Griffin. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
You have to be a solid defender with Blake Griffin. You can't body him up because he'll go through you. Can't give him too much room because he'll knock it down.
Picked by Horford. Pass to Irving. From downtown. Boston, no good that time either.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And then Griffin with the dunk.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, and locates the open man.
There's the pick. And there's the pass to Cage. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
For Detroit, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And finished off by Griffin.
Blake leaves you speechless. His dunks are out of this world.
And a terrific bit of chaos there in the replay, presented by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. Irving kicks to Tatum. Irving against Jackson. Irving passes to Tatum. On the wing, Irving. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Boston needs to get off a shot. Over Jackson. No good from Irving.
And that's a surprise. He's usually deadly from mid-range.
And taken away by Brown. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Brown's got the ball. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Irving's got his first bucket in this one.
This is what it means to be a catalyst. His offense helps set the tone for a lot of what they do.
And then Griffin with the dunk.
I saw that one in Griffin's eyes. He was ready to throw that one down.
So the Celtics call timeout. They're first. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
I I just thought the defense was porous. Got any shot they wanted, really, for most of the evening.
I'll give them credit. Even though they were facing very little resistance, they refused to play down to the level of their competition.
Boston's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. There's the pick. Back to Horford. And it's sent back by Drummond.
And you can see it in terms of protecting the rim. Drummond has the ability. He just needs to stay active on a consistent basis.
Jackson against Brown. Over Jackson. Brown, good. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Jackson kicks to Bullock. Drummond up top, guarded by Horford. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Good eyes by Drummond. He's working on this. Spots the open man, delivers the dime.
The Celtics have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Brown with a screen on Drummond. No good from Irving.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Oh, Griffin in position. Right side Tatum. It's Drummond with the rebound.
And that was an easy one there, just a missed opportunity.
If you give it to him, he'll take that shot every time down the floor. I'm sure he's kicking himself.
Here's Bullock. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Now, Steve, you can see it. Some players starting to feel the fatigue of a long season. How much you think is from the travel aspect of being a player in the NBA?
Kevin, I think it's a lot about the travel. To travel is a grind, and I think being able to sleep on planes, that is an art. I couldn't do that, and I think that's where guys are trying to find different ways where they're comfortable getting a lot of rest on planes, but you got to find a way once you get to that city to, I guess, have some discipline where you can stay in, not go out to dinners, and spend a lot of time using that time to recover.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Tatum with a screen on Griffin. Jumper off the screen, and there's the bucket from Tatum. Tatum's got his first 2 points of the night.
And Tatum already showing some efficiency from beyond. Fantastic at getting the position he wants for the shot.
And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. To the inside, Brown. And that one is good. Brown's got 6 points.
And you got to respect how accomplished Brown is down low, destroying whoever is in his way.
Jackson kicks to Griffin. Irving with it. A 29-point game for him in the win against Atlanta. Jackson has the open look. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. Jackson's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Passes it to Horford. Irving from long range. Cans it from downtown.
I mean, Kyrie, too pure of a shooter to let him catch and shoot with that much space.
Outside Jackson. Pass to Drummond. He kicks to Bullock. Outside Jackson. 5 on the clock. Drummond a screen. Jackson off the pick. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. He has 5.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Celtics trail by 5. To the middle. And there's Brown. That's good on the assist by Irving. 8 points for Jaylen Brown.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Griffin a screen on Irving. Oh, Griffin in position. Shoots the 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
Man, it is tough holding down Kyrie. Smooth release on that shot.
So it's Detroit now, and the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. Well, Steve, at the same time that the rest of the NBA seems to be going small, the Pistons are building their fortunes around two traditional big men like Drummond and Blake Griffin. Do you like that direction?
Yeah, I do. Andre Drummond, he has tremendous mobility for his size. And Blake Griffin, he's highly skilled. I think it's about the pieces you put around them, guys that can shoot and guys that can play without the basketball in their hands.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. John Lure, he's checked in for Griffin. Stanley Johnson comes in for Reggie Bullock. Glenn Robinson, the third, is checked in for Langston Galloway. And Smith subbed in for Jackson. The Pistons trailing. Smith the pass to Robinson. Drummond with a screen on Smart. Shot clock at 5. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Smart. To the paint. Here's Hayward. And Hayward with the stuff.
Look out. Watch out. Gordon Hayward is showing his explosiveness.
They're getting beat up pretty badly out there.
And I don't care what anybody says. You can't keep the status quo. If it ain't working, you got to make some changes.
Johnson gets the bucket.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Irving. 8 points for him. Hayward outside. For the three. Drills the three-pointer. Hayward's got 5.
No time to react. Sometimes with Hayward, it's over before you know it.
Robinson a screen on Irving. Smith kicks to Drummond. Johnson in the corner. Lure sets the pick for Johnson. Inside. Rejected by Cage. This one for 3. Rebound, Detroit. Drummond's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Robinson against Smart. Smith outside. There's a screen by Robinson. Here's Lure. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, early on, neither team put much emphasis on the defensive side.
No doubt. The offensive game planning on both sides has been effective early on.
Here's Big Daddy. We're covering. It's good. 7 points for Big Daddy. And as we get closer and closer to the All-Star break, there's been a lot of speculation as to who might make the roster. Greg, does AI have a legitimate chance here?
Guys, the more I hear from players and media, the more I get the feeling that AI is going to be on a roster. With the way he's played and his name recognition, don't be surprised to see him on the All-Star team.
Can't cash in from close range. Pistons trailed by 3. Johnson outside. To the paint. And that one's good. Drummond. Drummond's got his 2nd basket of the night.
A nice move, attacking in the paint with confidence.
Irving with the ball. Now Smith defending, and it's going to be a 3-second call. And look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for the Pistons.
And the one thing that jumps out at me when you look at that shot chart is just how little scoring they get from out above the free throw line extended 3-point range. They've got to get more points from out high if they want to improve their offense.
Here's Irving. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Johnson, the pass to Drummond. There's a screen by Robinson. Johnson, a wide open look, and he misses the go-ahead basket. The Celtics with the lead. Here's Hayward. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
From skinny college freshman to NBA All-Star. Quite the transformation for Gordon.
And the Celtics with possession here. Hits the three-point bomb. Irving's got 11 points.
You can see there the defender allows himself to get picked.
You know, it's all about effort. Sometimes you're going to get hit on hard screens. You just have to fight through them.
On the floor for Boston. Irving at point with Brown to his side. They're the backcourt. Big Daddy is out there with Tatum. And it's Horford in at the center position. Galloway with the bucket.
Here's where Galloway excels. Better off the catch than initiating.
Celtics leading by 4. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hi, guys. Well, Big Daddy in the last game against the Hawks lit up the floor. He ended up with 47 points, and that was just the start of it. He wound up with a triple-double in what was quite a display for him. A very solid stat line for him in what was a terrific outing. And you know he wants to keep the momentum going, Kevin.
Great, David. Appreciate it. Well, he set the bar pretty high for himself with that performance.
He did. I mean, but we know he's going to try to raise that bar again tonight. No matter how good he is, he's always thinking he can do better.
It's going to be tough. I'm sure their entire defensive game plan is centered around how to stop him. They're going to be all over him. Blake Griffin has made significant improvement as a shooter over the years. He's been working with his shooting coach. He's rewired his shooting form.
Hammers the alley-oop through.
Blake took off like a rocket on that alley-oop. Woo!
From deep three-point range, and again, Boston with the triple.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Pistons trail by 6. Steve, you talk about Griffin changing his shooting form. How is it different now than when he started?
Well, he releases it now on the way up, jumping straight up and down. A higher release gets more arc on the ball. Making a new motion feel normal takes a tremendous amount of work and repetition.
And the first one drops. Drummond's checked in for John Lewis. And so Bullock nails both of them. For the Pistons, their last game a loss to the Hornets.
And no issues with how they played. I mean, the problem simply is they just couldn't finish.
They had some opportunities that they let slip away. Sometimes it's just not your night.
No good from Cage.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
You can see he's frustrated with that one. Knows it's up to him to make that play.
Drummond a screen, lets it go with a 3. No good. And it's Boston the other way.
Well, this whole period for him, it's been challenging. You can tell he's starting to press.
And love how assured Brown looks taking these shots. His mid-range game is on point. He's squaring up like that.
Bullock kicks to Griffin. Score the basket for his 10th make. 10 for 12. 83% accuracy.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Cage passes to Irving. There's the dish to Horford. Brown with a screen on Drummond. Nobody near Irving. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Horford's got his 3rd assist on the night. There's Jackson with the 3. And Tatum pulls it down.
Rough start to this game. Hits one bucket in the first and nothing here in the second.
And love seeing Brown drop the hammer. Just an amazing dunker who really bashes it in the basket.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. Last meeting was in Boston, where they were unable to fight off the Celtics.
Yeah, they were just wrecked last time they faced this team, and a lot of it was their own undoing.
It was a sizable loss, and it was mostly due to their awful passing and ball control. They just need to use better judgment in this game.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Al Horford. The 9-foot shot. Drummond passes to Jackson. Banked in off the glass. Jackson's got 7 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
The pass to Cage. From deep. Bullock with the rebound.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Griffin's shot is off. Boston leading by 7. To the middle and stolen by Drummond. 1:43 left to play here in the half. Lobbed up there for Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
So gifted. Drummond soars through the air, then explodes on the finish.
Tatum kicks to Irving. Out to the wing. Here's Cage. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 4 assists in the game.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Outside Griffin. Outside Irving. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. And now a 10-point Celtic lead.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Drummond dishes to Griffin. And the shot is good. Griffin's got 8 points in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Jackson against Irving. Passes to Cage. At the top of the key, Baines. Nice ball movement by Boston. The 10-footer. Bucket is good. 18 points for him.
We will talk about feed the hot hand. That's what they're doing this quarter, which is why they've been able to maintain momentum.
Jackson kicks to Griffin. 23 seconds left here in the second. Using his post move to get the 2 points. Griffin's got 24 points.
I'll tell you, he is scorching the nets this quarter. Maybe that'll help wake up some of his teammates.
Griffin with the steal. Got a piece of it. And Big Daddy picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Smith outside. 1 second left. Got it off in time, but it's no good. What a performance.
Thanks very much. You are having a terrific season so far. As we talk about All-Stars, your name is right in the mix. Now, is that something you're thinking about?
Yeah.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third. And the third quarter about ready to get underway. You look at Blake Griffin in this game. He's been everywhere.
What we saw in the first half, he has a nice mixture of moves down low, and they've been going to him.
He is reliable down there. Once he gets going, he is a machine.
The athletic front pair is Griffin and Drummond. Then there's Reggie Bullock, and there's Jackson, and it's Galloway in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for Detroit right now. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Drummond. Misses off the left iron. Celtics leading by 8. 13 feet away. Nice jump shot. Good. 14 points for Jaylen Brown.
And you gotta love Brown's shot selection. He's definitely capable of draining these types of shots consistently.
Jackson with it. Guarded now by Irving. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Horford. Jackson against Irving. Puts up a 3. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Jackson.
You know, a little inconsistent from deep when he first entered the league. Jackson now an emerging three-point threat.
Irving passes to Cage. Shoots over Griffin. No good from Cage. And stolen by Horford. To the inside. And Tatum the bucket on the assist by Irving. Irving's got 5 assists in the game.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Griffin sets the screen for Jackson. Up off the screen, and the slam by Blake Griffin.
And if you're the defender, you have to respect the ability of Jackson to finish. That opens things up for the assist.
Horford the pass to Cage. And again, Boston with the triple.
A solid beginning to this second half offensively. 3 for 4 from the floor.
Outside Griffin. And it's sent back by Horford. And he's able to get it back. Second shot opportunity, but they'll get another chance. And it's Drummond missing.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot. Firing on all cylinders here in the third. Only one miss in 5 attempts.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
The Pistons went for it last season, bringing in Blake Griffin and trading away picks and players. Didn't work out the way they wanted, but they are determined to make a go of it. They're in a brand new building, and they hope that their moves in the future will draw fans back to the franchise. Kevin?
Good overview, David. Thank you. Now a timeout called by Detroit. Steve, obviously schemes evolve on both sides of the ball. Talk about some of the biggest changes that you have seen defensively since you were playing.
I think the one, Kevin, that sticks out right now, so many teams now are comfortable and are able to switch 1 through 5. You kind of switch 1 and 2s and 4 and 5s. Now you see point guards are switching on centers. And then I think also defensively right now, you see a lot of teams right now influencing guys to drive the basketball to their opposite hands. Back when we played, we kind of just played a guy straight up and then let the defense rotate, and you were in full rotation. Making a dent in this deficit. He's been on point tonight.
Irving kicks to Horford. Pass to Cage. Over in the corner, Brown. Inside. And there's the basket. Good from Cage. Big Daddy's got 8 here in the quarter.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Jackson down low, covered by Irving. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
And not too long ago, Reggie Jackson signed a 5-year, $80 million deal. A lot of pressure on him to earn that money.
And the Celtics making a change here. Rozier's checked in. Hayward dishes to Irving. The Celtics working the ball around now. Hayward outside. Shot clock at 6. Cage. And again, it's Boston converting.
Extended the lead. This has been a great period for him offensively.
Pistons trail by 15. Robinson passes to Drummond. There's a screen by Robinson. There's Jackson with the 3. No good that time.
He's being aggressive, trying to turn around the team's fortunes, but he's having a hard time executing.
He had a nice open look right there. Big Daddy's got 13 points in the second half. For Detroit, they've gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Rozier against Robinson. Drummond with a screen on Irving. Lobbed up there for Drummond.
The agile feet of Drummond. He's like a dancing bear out there. Nice roll off the pick.
Boston leading by 16. To the paint. The kick out to Irving. Over to the left wing. Griffin against Rozier. 5 to shoot. To the middle. Here's Cage. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Detroit gets called for the foul. And he's got his first free throw of the game. The first one falls. When we look, Steve, at big stats like double-doubles, triple-doubles, are we becoming too enamored with that versus how it might affect winning?
No, I think we're always going to have those double-doubles and triple-doubles. I just think right now when you look at it, so many more possessions in games. That's why we're having guys average a triple-double or having more double-doubles. But he also gives those guys credit. The game and those players, they're just better right now, and they're more equipped to be versatile. But I do think we still got to keep the emphasis on winning. When a guy can get a triple-double in wins versus in losses or double-doubles or any kind of stats, I think that should be a category of his own.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
Great eye contact. Guys working in tandem in the paint.
Celtics leading by 15. Hayward on the wing. He's guarded by Johnson. Pass to Irving. Here's Big Daddy. Back to Irving, the 17-footer. Score the basket, his 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. You look at Big Daddy, what a contribution.
Yeah, they're going to have to find a way to run him off his spots out there. He is rolling.
The Pistons making a change here. Smith has checked in. Celtics also with a sub. Marcus Smart's checked in for Irving. On defense, the Celtics. Johnson kicks to Smith. Johnson the screen. Smith the pass to Drummond. 6 to shoot. Back to Smith. Here's Robinson. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
And I tell you, the excitement starting to ratchet up a little bit as the tallies start coming in.
Look at Big Daddy. He's out in front in the East. A superstar talent, certainly worthy of accolades. A great all-star weekend it'll be. We'll keep you updated as we get closer. Rozier kicks to Horford. There's the pass to Hayward. Three-pointer. Rebound, Detroit. Next up in the docket, the Bucks following this one. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Here's Drummond. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Passes it to Cage. Now Horford. Recovering. It's stolen by Johnson. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
You know what? At some point, you have to decide. Do you keep pressing the issue, or do you focus on setting up others? He's in control when it matters, giving them a tremendous advantage right here.
There's a screen by Robinson. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Smart. Cage passes to Smart. Excellent D that time from Robinson. Johnson against Hayward. Foul on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
He seems to have just lost his touch. Only 1 for his first 5 here in the quarter.
Daniel Tice is checked in for Boston.
You know, it's so rare to see a player who really struggles at the free throw line dramatically improve their free throw percentage. But that's exactly what Andre Drummond did last season, taking it from the 30s, how about up into the 60s.
Smith kicks to Drummond. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Even though Drummond has been extending his range, this is where he makes his living, in the painted area.
Outside, Smart. Over Lure. And it's off the back rim. No good. Pistons trailed by 19. Down low. Here's Smith. And Rozier pulls it down. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Inside, and it's Drummond with the jam.
Confident scoring effort by Drummond tonight. Feels like he has everything working to his advantage.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. They set the screen. A shot by Hayward, wide open, and the Celtics hit again from deep.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Outside, Robinson. Trying to find Johnson. He's got it now. Over in the corner. Lure. Feeds it to Smart, and stolen by Drummond. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. Got that bucket in no time at all. Johnson's got 6.
Taking what the defense offers up, Smith with good vision there finds the open man.
Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Outside Robinson. Kicks to Drummond. Drummond with a screen on Rozier. Outside Robinson. Stolen by Smart. Here's Cage. Misses the three. Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Rozier against Smith. Over in the corner. Lure. Offensive rebound. And Drummond is right there.
Drummond is very active on the offensive glass. This is where he can pile up a lot of points.
Smart off a pick from Cage. Smart passes to Cage. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Daniel Theis. That is his first foul of the game. A different look here for Detroit. Reggie Bullock comes in for Stanley Johnson. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Robinson. Boston also with the sub. Tatum's checked in. Lure a screen on Smart. To the paint. And finished off by Lure.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Smart dishes to Tatum. Shoots over Bullock. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. And that's 13 points for Jason Tatum. Smith against Rozier. And here's Smith. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now, he averages about 9 points a game. 5 on the clock. Drummond in the post. No good, and tight defense there bothered that shot. And so it's the Boston Celtics holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. Right back after this break. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork.
Jackson, he's checked in for Detroit. Then for the Celtics, Al Horford's checked in for Aaron Baines. Big Daddy comes in for Morris. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Smart. On the floor for Boston. Irving at point with Brown to his side. They're the backcourt. Jason Tatum is out there with Big Daddy. And it's Horford in at the 5 down low. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Andre Drummond picks one up. Well, Steve, we have a viewer question that has come in here. It's Randy from Texas. And let me see if I can. Oh, he says, what's your favorite basketball movie?
The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh, Kevin. That's my favorite basketball movie. There's a lot of them.
Is it really?
But I would say that was probably #1 for me.
No kidding. Back to Jackson. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. Here's Cage. Trying to get open is Irving. Horford kicks to Irving. Cage passes to Horford. Here's Big Daddy. Boston again missing. And for the Pistons, they're shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Griffin passes to Jackson. And Drummond throws it down.
And when he gets himself into the right position, Drummond so powerful in terms of finishing at the rim. The only way to prevent that alley-oop is to keep him from getting to the launching pad in the first place.
Picked by Horford. Pass to Cage. Tatum with a screen on Griffin. Cage passes to Tatum. And it's sent back by Drummond.
Drummond mixes defensive smarts with elite physical tools, and that's what makes him a solid defender. He's going to get his hands on a few shots each and every game. Yeah, the defender all over him.
And Smitty, Blake Griffin last season acquired by Detroit at mid-year. How do you like the fit for him with the Pistons?
You know, they needed a playmaker and a shot creator. Also gives them some star power. Putting fans in the seats, that matters.
Here's Cage. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Pistons trail by 20. Here's Bullock. Shot's good. Griffin making the play.
There's just a handful of big men in this league that you're comfortable running the offense through. Griffin, he's one of those guys. His teammates recognize that he has the hot hand going. That's why they get him the ball every chance they get.
The Pistons have gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. Picked by Griffin. Jackson kicks to Griffin. Back to Jackson. Lets it go with a 3. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
Nice play. Usually Reggie prefers to initiate, but this time gets it done off the catch.
They set the screen. Picked by Horford. Brown the pass to Cage. Back to Brown. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Brown's got 4 points in the quarter.
And that's where Brown is at his best, a muscular beast who loves finishing strong through the contact.
Jackson misses. Boston leading by 19 points. Here's Cage. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
Not sure who designed that play, but he makes it count.
Jackson against Irving. Jackson passes to Griffin. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
On the attack all evening. Not sure at this point what can slow Blake Griffin down.
The screen from Brown. Horford dishes to Irving. From outside, off the mark.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Jackson, that's good.
The defense having to respect Jackson's outside game. That opened up things for him in the inside.
Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. Griffin kicks to Jackson. Drummond a screen. Jackson off the screen. And Boston with the rebound. Horford's got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Cage. And a miss there on the triple.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
11 feet away. It's rebounded by Cage. Big Daddy's got 7 rebounds in the game.
And just carrying over from his last game, completely dialed in. You can sense his confidence.
I totally agree. Heat check after heat check. He realizes, man, I'm still hot.
Tatum with a screen on Griffin. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Pistons trail by 15. Bullock kicks to Jackson. And Griffin with the score. The assist by Jackson. Jackson's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Now a timeout called by Boston.
You know, and Reggie Jackson, a really solid first season and a half in Detroit. But the last 2 seasons, injuries have really held him back.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Big Daddy.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like Greg for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose. And Reggie Jackson in 2016-17 battling knee tendonitis. Last season, Greg, a severe right ankle sprain.
I mean, he's so important in terms of his impact for the Pistons. An athletic, physical player. When he's right, he can be a difference maker on both ends.
Despite all the injuries, Griffin was given the big contract. That kind of thing is a guessing game, but with high stakes.
The pass to Cage. Here's Irving. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Irving's got 25 points in the game. Pistons trail by 15. Jackson passes to Drummond. Jackson setting the pick here for Drummond. Griffin dishes to Drummond. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. And it's now 22 points for Andre Drummond.
I love that play right there. You see the patience of Blake. Doesn't force anything, just waits for his man to break free.
Here's Cage in the corner. Tatum with it. Irving from long range. Rebound, Detroit. Got a piece of it. Now Griffin. Here's Jackson. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Jackson's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Fabulous night for Jackson. He's unconscious scoring the basketball. You see all the work he's put in, and it's paying off.
Irving kicks to Brown. Here's Cage. Drains the three-pointer. Big Daddy's got 48.
Another triple, and that's been the story of this second half.
Coming out of the break, they've relied on their perimeter offense to generate points. Right now, it's working.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. For star players, even after a loss, Steve, they're asked to give press conferences after the games. Talk about how difficult that is for a player in the moments after a very difficult defeat.
And this is where you have to use your teammates and obviously your PR guys around the team to help you and obviously gather yourself before you get a chance to go in there, because it's tough. You're running high with emotions and sometimes the wrong type of emotions.
Yes.
But I also, Kevin, would love to see on the media side, there are some questions I just don't agree with. I think you should get a yellow card. You ask a dumb question, and if you get a red card, you can't ask any more questions for that series.
I think you'd be handing me cards after everything I say. I'd be piling cards in front of me.
Not at all.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Celtics.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
You know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29.
And this will be their 3rd win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Big Daddy.
Active hands tonight. He may have gambled a bit, but sometimes you have to take chances to make plays, and he did that tonight.
Bullock kicks to Jackson. Detroit, no good that time either. Pass to Brown. Here's Big Daddy. Had the space there, but it's offline.
And you know, he's got the ability, but the question is that really the best shot you can get?
Certainly not the high percentage look, but we don't know what the game plan is calling for. That might be it.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. And Greg in enemy territory.
That's exactly right, but with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.
AI, press is asking for you. Can you answer some questions?
AI, can you talk a little about how your time in China shaped your game?
Well, it definitely made me learn to appreciate. We good then? Okay, thanks.
Thanks, AI.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny Smith is here. Shaquille O'Neal. Big guy right there.
Ow.
We'll watch the Phoenix Suns in this one as they go up against the Celtics out in Boston. Well, for Boston, going up against a capable opponent, but you see their confidence. This one they really feel they should win. They'll look to come out strong and throw the first punch. Tonight, two teams that have been very hot as of late. Shaq, when you're facing a team that's been on a tear, what's the best way to disrupt their rhythm?
So you got to identify any kind of weakness and attack it, Ernie. You got to attack it relentlessly, like a pit bull bite.
Wow.
And you got to play good defense all the way through the clock.
Well, that was nerving. But great rebounding. Gives you extra possessions. You just have to capitalize on mistakes. What is he doing?
I wish I had an answer for all the times you've said that.
A terrific evening look at Old Town there. The historic city of Boston is our backdrop tonight. We are live in Boston, Massachusetts, the gem of New England, as the Celtics are about to go into this interconference contest right here. The excitement of the NBA is on the way. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. You look at the Suns, they've really been on a roll. They've gone 5-1 in their last 6 games.
Well, right now for the Suns, they were a team that no one knew quite what to make of entering the season. But as the years gone on, it's become clear they're legit contenders.
But there are still some very strong teams above them, Greg. So, yes, they are contenders, but I wouldn't call them favorites just yet.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Okobo and Booker are their backcourt. Trevor Ariza out there with Ayton. And it's Warren in at the 3. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. Look at Milwaukee. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And you know, for Boston, they've claimed the top spot because they've earned it. Some people say they're playing above their heads. I think we're just starting to realize how good this team is.
Well, no matter what, he's always going to be one of the most dangerous men on the court.
This should be a fun one to watch tonight, C-Web. No shortage of athleticism for either of these teams.
Oh, get your popcorn. This is highlight reel material. Keep your head on the swivel or you might get dunked on. And if you're a fan, keep your head on the swivel or you might miss a nice dunk.
And here are the Suns now, following the three-pointer by Kyrie Irving. Over in the corner, Warren. Another one falls for Phoenix.
Executing the plan here early. Still haven't missed a shot.
Boston's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. The screen from Brown. Nobody near Irving. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Irving's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Celtics. They set the pick. Warren a screen on Irving. To the paint. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Ariza outside. Suns moving the ball around. Ayton played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Just terrific at executing in the paint. Ayton has a nice array of shots to choose from.
Irving from long range. And again, Boston with the triple.
This is an amazing run he's on. It's like he's been the only guy on the floor this quarter.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
He's one of today's great clutch performers. That's Kyrie Irving. Look, think about this. In 2016, Game 7 of the Finals, he hit the pivotal 3 with just 53 seconds left. And that's just the most famous of his end-of-game accomplishments.
So for Phoenix, their last game, a win against the New York Knicks.
Just a terrific effort off the bench. Guys came in, they seemed fresh, and they all contributed.
Well, and they played more than just a supporting role. I mean, without their points, it would have been tough to get that role.
Now, here is Irving. Coming off a stellar performance against Detroit. Got a hand on it.
And using that wide reach to reject shots. Ayton can't afford to throw up weak stuff around the big fella.
Just 4 to shoot. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Well, that opening right there, that's just because the defense failed to rotate.
Boston shooting their first free throw tonight.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Off the screen. Here's Warren. Hayward grabs the board.
Active defense making things very hard on him as he goes in for the layup.
Here's Irving. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Irving's got 13 points.
And this is Irving at his best. Aggressive. Locked in. Looking for a shot.
The shot's good.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Celtics leading by 5. Here's Cage. The three-pointer, no good. Warren against Hayward. Left side, Warren. Kicks it to Ayton. Ariza outside. Okobo. Again, Phoenix.
And that's how you set a screen. Takes the D right out of the equation.
Boston's gone 4 of 5 from three-point land to get things going here in the first. There's the pick. Pick by Horford. Cage passes to Irving. Here's Big Daddy. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. And it's 6 points for Big Daddy.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been tripled.
Now here's Ayton, guarded by Horford. A floater, good on the shot. He's got 6.
Such a soft release on the floater. Ariza freezing the D with these shots.
Passes it to Hayward. Hayward on the wing. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
It is so good to see Gordon Hayward. Man, he had the big injury last year, only 5 minutes into the season. Now it seems to be all systems go. It's so good to see Gordon Hayward back out on the floor.
And Hayward's recovery process was one of the more public ones we've witnessed, mostly due to social media.
Oh, yeah, he was getting all of us pumped up over the summer. I mean, everybody had to calm down because he's known for his blog posts for being fairly transparent about what he's going through. It's a new era. I mean, players now have an unfiltered line of communication with their fans. You got to love it.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
The pass to Ayton. Ariza sends a screen for Ayton. Took the opportunity when he saw it.
Oh, that's a terrific pass. Ayton, with the advanced skill level, he's just going to get better with time.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 13. They set the pick. Pick by Horford. Cage passes to Brown. No good off the back of the rim.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Yeah, coming off of a good pick, you want to get that when he gets the separation he needs. I know he would love to have that one back.
Ariza outside. Outside Warren. And the 3 off target. Celtics leading by 5. High arcing shot, and it's Brown on the follow.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Phoenix has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Ayton with it. 23 points for him the last game against the Knicks in New York.
And how about his defense? I mean, 4 blocks on the night. They couldn't keep him down.
Now here's Booker. Shoots over Brown. No good from Booker. Pass to Cage. Picked by Horford. The 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
Oh, okay, you've done your job so far, but the question is now, can they sustain this level of energy? There's still a lot of game to play.
Phoenix calls timeout. See, we have a great defensive team last season. What's surprising is that the Celtics didn't create that many turnovers, though.
Yeah, 23rd in the league in steals. They don't gamble a lot, but they are active and they're relentless. And they have a coach who makes great in-game adjustments.
And a new group in for the Celtics. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Horford. Tatum comes in for Gordon Hayward. Marcus Smart's checked in for Brown. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Irving.
Oh, you gotta love Rozier. Skying up for the dump. Really seizing the opportunity and capitalizing with this tremendous leap in ability.
Chandler a screen. And here's Daniels. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Stolen by Smart. Tatum wide open. He fires one. And again, it's Boston converting.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Booker dishes to Anderson. Chandler a screen. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Anderson outside. 6 on the shot clock. And again, it's the Suns missing. Boston leading by 14. Passes to Cage. A 3-ball. And again, Boston with the triple.
Something lit a fire under him this quarter. Their lead safe as long as he's on the floor.
Suns shooting 56% in this first quarter. An outstanding start for this offense. And Booker kicks to Chandler. Anderson passes to Booker. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's his first foul. C-Webb, when you look at how basketball is taught at early levels for these kids, middle school and then high school, anything there that you would change?
Yes, I would change to developing all players and taking away positions.
Interesting.
When you were young and you're in, let's say, 3rd grade and you're the tallest player on the team and I make you a center and I pull you to one end and I only show you how to make layups. I don't show you how to shoot threes or to dribble. I'm assuming that your body is always going to stay the same. And I believe that coaches should teach great skill set, shooting, passing, dribbling. And when you do that, a player can then become the full player they're intended to be instead of teaching incrementally where a player may get stuck and identified as this type of player his whole time. I think that really what you need to do is teach full skill sets and allow players to develop. Just think if someone would have said, Kevin Durant, you can only shoot layups. We wouldn't be able to see the true unicorn that he is.
Wonderful thought. Now Bridges after the missed 3 from Cage. Here's Anderson. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Well, some rookies have been making a name for themselves on the glass this past month. Let's see who we're talking about. You take a look at Ayton, no doubt one of the most efficient rebounders in the game. And, of course, Big Daddy.
And they've each come into their own, I think, as rebounders during this stretch. I think they're getting used to the more physical nature of the NBA.
And Ryan Anderson out of UC Berkeley entering his 2nd decade in the NBA.
I mean, he's one of the guys that kind of helped popularize the volume 3-point shooting big man. He enters the back 9 of his career, and he's becoming a bit more of a defensive liability, but that stroke is as pure as ever.
The shot's good from Cage.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Chandler a screen. Anderson a screen on Rozier. Using the screen. Booker and all around the rim that time before dropping in.
And he should thank the D for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
The pass to Cage. Dishes it to Baines. Tatum against Bridges. They set the pick, and it's a defensive 3-second violation.
And what a summer it was for the Suns. Landed the top pick in the draft, taking Ayton, and brought in some talent through free agency as well. Booker signing that extension solidified a very productive summer for the Suns. Having 2 young players that complement each other so well is huge for an up-and-coming team like the Suns.
Daniel Tice is checked in for Boston.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And Booker kicks to Chandler. Anderson the screen. Rozier with the steal. Now the feed to Tatum. That shot no good. Nice D from Chandler.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Now here's Bridges. He had 13 points in the win against the Knicks in New York. And the rejection by Cage. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. Rozier with the steal. Left side, Smart. And Chandler sends it back.
And how about the basketball IQ of Chandler? Just knows exactly when to sky and commit to blocking shots.
46 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Outside, Smart. From beyond the arc, a 3-pointer is right on target. Smart's got his first 3 points of the game.
Man, they are doing some damage from deep. We can see what their plan of attack is going to be tonight. Let the three-pointers fly. Working so far.
And that one drops.
Hits the moving target with the lead pass. He made it look so easy.
Celtics leading by 16. No good from Cage. Now Daniels. Pass to Booker. To the inside. Here's Anderson. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Anderson's got 6.
Oh, I love when Anderson uses his size down low. Now, you can always spread them out, but keep releasing it high so the D had no chance to block the shot. A player with this length and his touch from three-point range, I mean, that's just a great asset to have.
And so it's the Boston Celtics out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. Gordon Hayward reunited with his college coach, Brad Stevens.
Our relationship started when
And I'm sure Greg Denver. Some changes for Boston. Al Horford is checked in for Daniel Tice. Big Daddy comes in for Morris. And Gordon Hayward is subbed in for Tatum. Phoenix also making some changes. Ayton, he's checked in for Anderson. And it's T.J. Warren in for Daniels. They've got Big Daddy. Rozier's out there with Marcus Smart. And it's Hayward. And it's Horford in at the center. That's who's in the game for the Celtics.
And you see the raw talent Ayton has. An intimidating big man with a high ceiling and a desire to grow.
And he gets the bucket. Last game for the Celtics, they pick up the win against the Pistons in Detroit. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hi, guys. Well, Big Daddy in the last game against the Pistons was superb on the floor. He ended up with 50 points and seemed to be playing in slow motion with a huge number of assists. When you look at the stat sheet, he was mind-blowing. It's hard to imagine he can follow it up tonight with that same level of production. Kevin, we'll see.
David, appreciate the report. He was a one-man show in that game.
And, you know, it'll be interesting to see how much that took out of him. I mean, he'll have a hard time putting up anything even close to those numbers here tonight.
I mean, well, it should have taken all the energy out of him. It should have taken something out of him, Greg. I mean, he pushed the envelope in every way that night. He was unreal.
Smart kicks to Horford. Here's Big Daddy. He's guarded by Chandler. Just 5 to shoot. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And Horford, in his 9th season in the league, started making a three-pointer a big part of his offensive game. I mean, it's a shot you have to respect.
Chandler a screen. There's the screen. Chandler with a screen for Booker. And the Suns tack on 2 more.
And just like you draw it up, I mean, create some space with the screen and get the good, clean look.
Out to the right wing. They double him with Ayton. Here's Cage. Booker pulls it in.
Pretty high percentage look with the D playing off him. Just couldn't knock it down.
Hayward against Warren. Here's Ayton. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
Taking things into his own hands. He's been a beast this quarter.
Cage passes to Hayward. Here's Big Daddy. He's covered by Warren. The shot's good from Cage.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And Booker kicks to Ayton. Back to Booker. That shot misses. Now Boston takes it the other way. They went to Phoenix for their last meeting with the Suns and came out with a win.
A huge margin of victory for them when these two teams squared off last, and they got scoring from up and down their lineup.
Well, yeah, we saw how deep they can go. No drop off at all. I mean, when they went to their bench, the points just kept coming.
Good ball movement here by the Suns. Takes the 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Booker's got 12 points in the game.
He's one of the guys having a solid game for them, but as a whole, they've been lacking.
No good from Cage. Suns trail by 17. Booker outside. He kicks to Warren. Pass to Ayton. There's a good screen. He dishes it to Chandler. Outside Warren. Over Horford. And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That'll be his second foul of the game. Boston leading by 17. Here's Horford. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Boston, no good that time either.
He had 1 3-pointer in the first, but still searching for that second.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Chandler's shot, good.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Rozier against Booker. Rozier the pass to Cage. Offline with his 3. Near the 3-point line, it's Booker. And the Suns tack on 2 more. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has... Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll... We're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
And through the first 2 quarters, he was dynamite from beyond.
Yeah, I'm surprised the defense didn't do a better job of adjusting it. I mean, extending out on him a little bit more.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Suns, Okobo and Booker are their backcourt. Ayton is out there with Trevor Ariza, and it's Warren in at the 3 spot. Okobo, he's covered by Irving. Kicks to Ayton. Sinks that one from the post. Ayton's got 14 points.
And the all-around offensive game Ayton has is just fantastic, capable of scoring in many different ways.
Hayward a screen on Ariza. Feeds to Hayward. Stolen by Warren. And now the Suns a fast break. Okobo. And the shot goes down. He's got 8.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution. And remember, T.J. Warren, he averaged 25 a game his second season at NC State. You want to know his role in the NBA? It's quite simple, a professional scorer.
Well, this is a different ball game without his scoring. He's been Mr. Reliable at the offensive end.
Passes it to Booker. They set the pick. Okobo, and he uses the glass on the layup. And with Warren, with kind of an old-school approach, Greg, very active with his mid-range game.
And this guy can get buckets around that rim. As he stretches his range, I think he'll only get more and more dangerous.
To the middle, here's Ariza. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Irving kicks to Horford. Here's Cage. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Horford's got his 6th assist on the night.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
Ariza outside. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. And Big Daddy picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Ayton with it, working on Horford. Ayton dishes to Ariza. Clock at 6. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. Now let's take a look at the top rookies in the league. Our rankings here for the race for Rookie of the Year. Distinction every young player would love to have. Look at Big Daddy. Well, he's shown he's a force as we move along in the meat of the season, sitting pretty at that number 1 spot now, and it's his race to lose.
And this is just a special, special player. No question he should be favored for the Rookie of the Year award at this point.
I would have to agree. The thing that impresses me most is his mental toughness. He's got the kind of poise that you just don't see in a lot of rookies.
Over to the left wing. Stolen by Warren. Okobo. And Boston with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And typically on the road, it's harder to get into a great rhythm offensively, but they did just that.
Well, extremely accurate throughout the evening, I thought. The play calling really fit the lineups they were rolling out.
Timeout called, the Suns. See, Webb, there are guys that bring it every night. It doesn't depend on a game or a teammate or a play or whatever. Every night they bring it out. Great consistency. I know you have a lot of players that you admire in that regard.
Definitely, I admire their pride, their heart, their attention to detail, passion for the game. The Kawhi Leonards, the Chris Pauls, LeBron James, of course, Kevin Durant. So many players put their heart on the line every night. You love seeing that.
Tatum, he's checked in for Gordon Hayward. The Suns making a change here as well. Anderson's checked in. And we'll examine here how the distribution has been between three-pointers and two-pointers tonight for the Celtics.
And the three ball has been in the game plan, and it's been working for him. Having that distance shot in the arsenal, very effective way to spread out the defense.
And he makes the first. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Al Horford. Daniels, he's checked in for Phoenix. And so he hits both. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Over to the wing. Irving kicks to Baines. A nice shot by Tatum. Tatum's got 7.
What I like about Tatum, he moves his feet well, understands angles, and he plays more physical than advertised.
Here's Booker, and the dunk by Booker.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Give the loose D an assist on that one. Get a body on him.
And there's the pass to Cage. Back to Baines. Here's Big Daddy. Fires the three. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
It's tipped. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Big Daddy's got 38 points.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Booker against Brown. Some solid defense from Brown.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing, those two things that he possessed.
Suns have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Pass to Ariza. Inside. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Daniels, no good.
You can't fault him for taking the three when he's that wide open. You can't pass that shot up.
Irving. And another basket for Boston.
I like how Irving fills the defense out. He's sensing he has room to shoot and fire once he gets the rock.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Booker outside. Anderson the screen. Will it go? A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got 18 points.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, the league has unveiled a 5-point plan to improve player-referee relations. Things became heated last season with a lot of star players ejected for arguing with officials. The emphasis on respect and clear standards of conduct on both sides can only help. Kevin?
Very good point, David. Completely agree. Thanks. Okobo, covered by Irving. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Okobo. A three-pointer off the mark. Boston leading by 22. Irving passes to Cage. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 3 assists now in this one.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Anderson, a screen on Brown. Booker against Brown. Almost, but it rolls out.
Yeah, and he had the D tangled up there with that patented crossover. Just couldn't convert the finish.
And the basket is good. 9 points for Jason Tatum.
The height, the footwork. No wonder Tatum's knocked down mid-range from there.
Ariza outside. Anderson the screen. Pass to Booker. Launches a three. Rebounded by Cage. Big Daddy's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Look at that jam! I mean, just beautiful.
That's amazing, the creativity, and you see how fluid an athlete Tatum is.
And a terrific bit of chaos there in the replay, presented by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. Here's Booker. Makes it off the glass. Booker's got 20 points.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
Irving kicks to Baines. Brown outside. To the right side. Here's Cage. Offensive rebound. Tatum trying to break free. Shots good by Baines.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
You know the saying, numbers don't lie. You can see it up there on the scoreboard.
Up off the screen. Misses at the rim. And with the Celtics movement on offense last year, Chris, it was a surprise that they finished in the bottom 10 in field goal shooting.
Well, they lost a couple premier shot makers along the way. And, you know, there's movement with the purpose. Sometimes that's where the Celtics, they were lacking.
Rebound by Cage.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And there's the bucket from Tatum.
You love the different ways that Tatum can score. Posting up, facing up, or putting the ball on the floor. He's having a great night.
Anderson, a screen on Brown. Here's Booker. And Baines pulls it down.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession. The tenacity, the attention to detail, it's why these guys are in complete control.
Well, they continue to extend the lead. Terrific play on both ends of the court.
To the inside. Here's Anderson, and that's going to be a treble.
And hate to make a mistake there, have to stay focused.
You're so right, trying to shrink the deficit sometimes.
For Phoenix, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth, and even 50%. Irving at point with Brown to his side. They're the backcourt. Big Daddy is out there with Tatum. And it's Horford in at the 5 down low. That's the Boston 5. Boston leading by 21. Irving dishes to Brown. Horford sets a screen for Tatum. Picked by Horford. Here's Brown. Terrific design on the pick foot, and he lays it in.
This is what we've seen from Brown. Beating bigger guys, using quickness, beating smaller guys, using power.
Kicks it to Ayton. Passes it to Ariza. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Just 5 to shoot, and Big Daddy picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. You know, the NBA has cracked down on flopping. It's still part of the game, but C-Webb, would you agree that progress has been made in that area?
Yeah, I think so, and I'd like to blame a lot of like European players for bringing that over along with soccer. Soccer with the flopping and that, and we've kind of taken away. And I know a little bit about flopping. We had some floppers on my Sacramento team, so flopping is frustrating. You don't want to see that. You want to see guys earn it. This isn't soccer or football. And so I think the league has done a very good job, whether it was trying to find guys early or just embarrass you and say, hey, you're Shaqtin' a fool. Get up right now. No one touched you. Why did you flop? Or act like you were hit and move 10 feet back on the side. I hate flopping. But then again, you must embellish. You must be a good actor. You've got to put the referees in a tough position to make a good call. How do you find that balance? But I think the NBA has done a good job of making sure that it isn't encouraged and isn't rewarded.
Booker, he's checked in for Troy Daniels. Booker the pass to Ariza, and he makes that one.
It's clear to me. Is it clear to you that Ariza feels at home in the post? I mean, just working his way inside and nailing these quality shots.
Right side Irving, stolen by Warren. Okobo, he's covered by Irving. Warren against Tatum. And he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Pro basketball is one of the few sports where awards are league-wide, C-Webb, and not divided by conference. What if the NBA should consider giving out separate awards, you know, for the East and the West?
You know, Kev, I don't know about Eastern and Western Conference, but I do believe that there should be an offensive MVP. I do believe there should be a difference between MVP and maybe the best player in the league, because how do we define some of these things? So I do think we can tinker with some of the awards, but East and West, I'm not really sure with. I think it should always be about the best out of the total number of teams and conferences.
Good perspective. And stolen by Ayton. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession.
And you've got to be more careful in that situation. That's his 5th foul, and now he's walking a fine line.
And Trevor Ariza, such a steady veteran.
I mean, just long, a versatile defender, can also knock down the triple. When you look at how far he's come since he entered the league as really just a raw athlete, it's a credit to his work ethic, no doubt about it. He has mastered his role.
Fooled the D with the pass fake right there. 6 points for Al Horford.
And piling on to that big lead, we know he has the range late on the defensive reaction.
I mean, yeah, you can't break down. Not now. Defensively, at this point, I mean, you're already too far in the hole.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
He feeds it to Tatum. Brown trying to free himself up. And Tatum with the basket on the assist by Horford. Horford's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Phoenix has gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got his 3rd rebound on the night. To the paint, here's Brown, and finished off by Brown.
And it's been about that execution offensively. I mean, they have been superb.
Yeah, and it's been a team game, a number of contributions. Guys staying focused. That's why the league continues to grow.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Yeah, he has that capacity. He knows exactly where to position himself to protect.
And again for 3.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh, and that latest triple ties him for 2nd for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep.
Well, the most made threes in a game list is dominated by Curry, and this performance belongs right up there with all of those. He has been on fire.
Key, and again, it's Boston converted.
He's playing lights out right now. I mean, inspired basketball in the second half.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Booker outside. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Brown and misses it off the right side of the rim.
And they just tried everything to stem the tide here, but nothing seems to work.
Yeah, trying to recapture momentum. When the tide's running against you, very difficult to do. What do the young kids say today? Ride that wave.
And the pass to Cage. Over Ariza. He got it again. Sensational.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Boston.
Starting 5 must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
And they not only lightened the load, the subs did nothing less than guarantee a win.
And again for 3.
And of course it falls for him. That 3 pushes him into the history books.
Rally is now tied for the most threes in a game. This is a night we will never forget.
And all those great shooting performances from Curry, well, this night belongs right there.
Good, another from 3.
And that is a 3 that will put him in the record book.
A historic performance by a historically good shooter. One of the best games anybody has ever had.
And Curry, widely regarded as the best shooter of all time. Hard to believe that the mark of 13 made threes has been passed here tonight. And listen to this crowd. They are letting him hear it.
Greg, as well they should. One of the great three-point shooting displays we've seen in league history.
He's dropping bombs like it's no tomorrow. This is off the charts special.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Big Daddy.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch. And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
At this point, it's just icing on the cake. Terrific.
From the arc, hits it again. Wow! That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. There was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. You may not know this, but you just set the NBA record for most threes in a game. What got you locked in?
Oh man, I just had a really good feel for my shot right from the opening tip. Even if I had a hand in my face, I was confident that I was gonna find my target. And my fans are always asking me to shoot more threes, so I guess I just gave them a little treat tonight. Sorry, Steph.
Well, they got a big treat tonight. All-time single-game three-point record. Congratulations, guys.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.
just saying we can do that if you want. Just let me know. So. Yo, what up, Charlie?
AI, just the guy I was looking for. Press wants to talk to you.
Oh.
AI, what would you say is more important to you personally, the fans or your teammates?
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome, everybody, to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Very happy to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith, and relatively happy to be here with Shaq. Tonight, we'll be watching the Milwaukee Bucks playing against the Boston Celtics. Well, for Boston, they managed to take Game 1 of the season series against this team, looking to seal their series advantage with a win tonight. A lot of scorers in this rookie class, but I want to talk about one in particular. AI. Shaq, what has most impressed you about him?
Kenny, we've been doing this for a long time, and I was going to do something I never do.
What's that?
Give you a compliment.
Why?
He reminds me of you because he's not playing like a rookie offensively.
Oh.
He has multiple ways to attack the defenders.
Well, I appreciate that, Shaq.
Even though I lied.
You know, I was about to say he reminds me of you because his mental approach is such wise beyond his years. But he's amazing production. Has given him a handful of games this season, so I'm not sure.
You know who AI reminds me of?
Who's that?
Kevin Harlan. He's got the call.
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.